Okay, time for the 3 worst films of June for me so far. That way I can finally get to the halfway mark of the year and say the best movies I've seen so far in the first half of 2016. Of course, as a disclaimer, I haven't seen all the films of June 2016 so far. In fact, I only saw 10. Measly 10. So there's a lot more that could have made this list if I had seen them. So I'm going to give 3 movies that I disliked from June. And we're going to start off with a film that I originally in my review gave 3 stars. But after watching Ghostbusters and thinking of my review for Ghostbusters, I feel it would be a little hypocritical of me to give this movie a pass and keep the 3 stars. So it's going to go down to 2 stars. My number 3 worst film of June so far, Independence Day Resurgence. Yes, it's an average movie, average blockbuster type of movie, and one of the things I said is that it is super disappointing, especially if you like the first one in high regards. If you like the one in high regards, now see the sequel that is more average, it's going to be disappointing and feel worse than it might really be. And the reason I'm changing the score now is because I feel that's exactly what happened for another film I'm going to eventually review. So I brought this one down to 2 stars now. And yeah, you know what? I probably should have done that to begin with because my movie review was like 28 minutes long and a lot of rambling on of things that I disliked about this movie. It's strange to rattle on that long and still give a movie an average score. There's way too many characters, it feels too much like modern day blockbuster, too much overfilled CGI. Yes, it's an average blockbuster of what we expect, but in that regards, it feels so average, so meh, and so boring. I didn't think it was going to be all that big to begin with. When I saw the trailer, I was worried right away, and it didn't really disappoint me in that way because I had a bad feeling about it to begin with. So it is my 3rd worst film of June. My 2nd worst of June, another sequel. And another sequel to a film that I originally really enjoyed. My number 2 worst of June, Now You See Me Too. In my review, I said something that completely feels like it fits in my regards to my feelings of Now You See Me Too. I feel Now You See Me Too is like a magic trick you've already seen before, and that magic trick being Now You See Me. And it's almost like seeing that magic trick done again, but because you're paying so close attention to it now, you discover the trick midway through the magic trick. That's exactly what Now You See Me 2 feels like to me, which is highly disappointing. It does have some moments in it that are really great and entertaining, but there's enough terribleness to it, enough things that I disliked and really were disappointed with, that is a 2-star movie in the long run. It's pretty meh, pretty forgettable, but good enough where I could watch it one time, enjoy it, but never really want to ever see it ever again. Honestly, June wasn't all that terrible because my worst film of June is another 2-star movie. So all my worsts of June so far are all 2-star movies. Not too bad. My number 1 worst film of June 2016 is yet another sequel. Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. It was one of the first films I saw from June, and it is the worst one so far. Now I will say this, I do feel it's a huge improvement to the first Ninja Turtles movie. But with every improvement it has, every flaw that the first one had that it improves upon and does better, all its new elements and all the extra elements, or almost 90% of the new things in it are just as bad as the first flaws of the first film was. And so for me, even though it does take a lot of great leaps into being a better film, it takes a lot of steps backwards as well. And so overall, it's more of a 2-star meh sort of movie. So that was my worst of June 2016, and compared to all my other worsts of the month for this year, that's really not that bad of a list. Those were all 2-star movies in my opinion. So nothing too outlandishly horrible. So what are the worst movies you saw from June 2016? Go ahead and comment below. And if you like this video and you want to see more, please subscribe and check out my countdowns and movie reviews of 2015 and 2016. As always, this is Bruce Gifford, and this was Just My Opinion.